Welcome. This is Love Well, presented by Love Now Media. I'm Helanah.
I'm Greg.
And we're your hosts. Today...
Oh, goodness. On your bag. You must be about to talk about something really good.
Okay, today we are going to talk about flirting and, you know, like general attraction for somebody outside of the partnership and potential...
Open relationships.
Yes,
otherwise known as
polyamory.
polyamory.
Okay, so, let's start with the simplest of the three. Flirting. How do you define flirting?
This is a good question.
Okay, let's go.
I would define flirting, think about it from a whole person perspective, right? You can flirt emotionally, you can flirt physically, you can even flirt spiritually. You could be in church, throwing the Bible,
what does that
scriptures
mean?
at people.
What does that even mean?
Easy. I mean, think about it. Emotionally, right? You may be missing something from your relationship, and there's a certain energy that you want to engage in. And it could be something as simple as attention, and attention makes you feel fluttery inside, but you're not getting that attention from your mate.
Oh, so that would be emotional flirting.
That's more about emotional flirt. You're trying to fulfill a need that's missing from the relationship, so sometimes you want to compensate from the relationship, and you flirt from that perspective. And then sometimes it's just strictly physical, like you see somebody, you would love to have that experience with them, but you're in a relationship, so that would be flirting. That experience, like a sexual experience, okay?
Well, what about a hug?
You can have a hug, too.
What kind of hug?
I'm speaking from a different perspective. But I'm being honest. Like, okay, you may want to kiss on the cheek. You may want to have a conversation with somebody.
And that's all okay?
I ain't saying it's okay. I'm saying it's flirting.
Oh, okay.
In a relationship, because if you're outside of a relationship and you're not, if you're single, thank you.
Yeah.
If you're single, then flirting, you have license to flirt, especially as long as you're
flirting
not.
is second nature if you're single.
As long as you're not harassing somebody, like
right.
That,
no, but we're not talking about that. We're just talking about what we would define as flirting. Yeah.
But flirting, I'm saying like if you see somebody you like. Hi.
Oh, they look interesting. Let me go talk to them. Let me see what they're talking about. Let me see what they're,
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, and then, like I said, you can flirt with somebody spiritually, too. Like, you can be in church or, and you can see somebody, you start having these imaginative moments start to flutter in your mind. And I'm just speaking, like, when I was single, I would have, like...
You would be in church?
Imagining? I'd be like, yo, maybe one day...
I'm glad we didn't meet in
amen
church.
Together. Amen.
No.
No, I'm just being. I'm being.
Wait, I want to go
honest.
back to the hugs. What kind of hugs?
What kind of hugs?
Yeah.
Okay,
let me just say
this is what talking about.
This is what I want to say. Side hugs. You can have a side hug.
That's if you're in a relationship, I guess.
Aren't we in a relationship?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
I'm side hugging all day.
Yes. And then if you give the full frontal hug, I think it has to be brief.
Keep that distance.
It has to be brief.
Keep that distance.
Oh, it's like the poke out.
Keep that distance.
Full frontal hug.
Because there are healing type hugs. Like there's heart hugs,
I agree.
right?
Yeah, it is about
everybody doesn't get certain energy from you. Mm-hmm. So if you know you don't want to send the wrong signal, you need to be mindful of that.
Of
you need to be very intentional about that.
Interact with people on a physical
level. The way you
level.
behave in a relationship is completely different than how you would behave out. When you're single.
Yeah.
So when I speak about flirting, I might speak it from a different perspective, right? And sometimes it is you can feel chemistry with somebody, right? And you're in a relationship, you're like, whoa, let me get away from that, right? So it's
okay. So let's backtrack. We define flirting,
right?
But is flirting allowed?
I don't think so. Wait a minute. This is like, whoa. You be flirting?
Not intentionally.
Oh my God!
So even though we haven't really talked about flirting, it seems as though we need to get on the same page as to what flirting is and isn't, and if it's allowed.
Well,
remember that one time? Wait, can I say this?
I wanted to ask a question.
Okay, you ask the question.
No, say it. Say it.
Okay,
remember
that one time with that one celebrity kissed you on the cheek and you took a picture of it and I got so upset? The celebrity will remain nameless.
She was, and he got game, and
anyway, it was some
she's
famous, beautiful woman, and I saw a picture posted, and she was kissing him on the cheek, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
I didn't flirt though. I was taking a picture with her. She was feeling very friendly, and in the moment of my friend taking the picture on my iPhone,
she was
6
like,
Plus, she said it went from this to bam in the middle of the picture. I didn't ask for it.
Well, that wasn't the issue. The issue was you posted it online.
That was dumb. Fellas. I have nothing to say.
I can laugh about it now.
I can't even plead the fifth.
But in the moment, I was like,
and her friends went and told, he out here, he got pictures of some celebrity kissing him on the cheek. Who knows what the story is behind that? Me in my moment of stupidity and aloofness posting it because I was so happy to make my friends jealous. I didn't get that I would possibly make my future wife jealouser.
I wasn't jealous.
You was angry, I guess, huh?
I was not jealous.
What you call it?
I was upset with you for posting it. It felt like a boundary. But I think that's the point, right? It's like if you don't talk about what the boundaries are, then you never know when you're crossing them until it becomes an issue.
Like, we live in a visual society, and if you go up your timeline enough, you start seeing stuff both sides. You like, whoa.
Well, I think that's interesting that you bring that up because a lot of the young people that I work with talk a lot about Instagram, talk a lot about Snapchat, and even Facebook a little bit still. And this idea that if you're in a relationship with somebody, what are those social media boundaries when it comes to flirting, when it comes to attraction, when it comes to following this person or that person?
Yep.
And honestly, kind of getting into the realm of open relationships and exactly how that expresses itself. So
there's a song by SZA.
We do know the song by SZA. I was gonna say something else.
Okay, well, we don't got to talk about SZA yet, but you.
Okay, no, I was just gonna say with the attraction piece, I wanted to kind of like explore. You were gonna ask me something about attraction.
Okay.
If there was somebody attraction, something like that.
I think,
or unless you forgot, we can move on.
Yeah, but when it comes to attraction, that usually is the thing that may make somebody. That may be preempt you towards the flirting piece, right? You're not going to flirt with somebody that you may not be attracted to.
Interesting. See, I was going to think of it opposite. I was going to think first you would want to flirt with them, and then you would build an attraction to them, and that may lead you more to like act out, like the cheating, right? So it's kind of like this continuum, potentially a continuum where you kind of start with a little bit of this, and then you kind of move your way along it, and next thing you know, you may be violating a boundary in a relationship, or you may not.
Yeah, and there's different ways of attraction, right? You can be intellectually attracted to somebody. You could be,
That's true.
You could be, of course, physically attracted. That's usually the first thing people think about. But no, there's people who fall in love with other people's minds. Like, oh my God, I want to meet Tavis Smiley the way he thinks.
Right.
Like, and you're looking like Tavis Smiley's a boyfriend, right? Like, so like, and that's just think about how people get into these situations. They build up these fantasies in their head. And then they're like, oh, you're just a regular
So what do you do? I mean, you're an intellect, right? Yeah. And I'm an academic. And so how, have you ever been attracted to somebody intellectually or whatever? And how have you dealt with that within the confines of our relationship?
I would have to say, to be honest, I could be attracted to something in a person, but I'm not going to cross certain boundaries either with it, right? I'm not going to put myself on the line and say, oh, I'm going to engage with that person in some way, right? Because this is the other piece. Right? And I'm going to answer this question. Yes, there are moments I'm attracted to somebody, but they're never going to attract me into a space where I feel like I need to violate our relationship. People get attracted, and speaking from a lot of my friends, no matter, and this is men and women, right? They, from what I've seen, a lot of my friends have gotten in trouble with, where they want to take the risk of the grass being greener, possibly at the most vulnerable time in their relationship, when they're not doing the work.
Something was going on
they're trying
that
to
caused
compensate.
Conflict, and then somebody's like, let me peek over the fence and see what else is going on over there, and then they kind of cross the fence.
But this is the other piece. I think that the other piece about the open relationships and polyamory and all these things that are starting to evolve in our culture, things that have been around for years, right? We're not going to get into the difference between polyamory and what polygamy may look like, right? There's definitely a difference. but just looking at people who practice open relationships and can do it well. Yeah. That is happening a lot. That's in movies, you see it in the culture, and it's coming more to the forefront. But I wonder how much of it is how much freedom people find in it because they're attracted to so many people and they're like, I just want to explore. And one of the things I came to the earth for is to explore and to be attracted to other people and see what that person has to offer. And how many relationships can I build simultaneously or non-simultaneously?
I mean, I've never personally practiced polyamory, but I do have quite a few friends who do. And what I've learned listening to how they deal with their relationships and how they interact with their partners is that it requires a very, very mature level of communication. It's not just about, you know, I'm out tonight and then I meet somebody and we hook up and tomorrow I'm going to see somebody I've been seeing for 6 months and then I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody for a year and then I'm going to see 3 other people. It's very structured. At least the friends that I know is very structured and they're very
honest.
They're very honest, right? And so it requires, what I've really observed is like a really, really high level of communication, you know, where you're talking to, you know, one person about the other people and you're being clear about what boundaries you've crossed with those people and making sure the other person is cool with that and just so that you don't ever get into a space where, you know, one person is expecting one thing out of the relationship.
So, question. If somebody was thinking about cheating, would polyamory be more of a loving choice?
For you and me?
Not for you and me, but just in your opinion. I hope you ain't thinking about cheating.
Well, no, I mean, I think we should apply it to our relationship, right? We can't speak for the rest of the world. No, I'm not thinking about cheating. But polyamory would suggest that I should tell you if I was. Okay.
Because I've witnessed what it can do on a positive, negative, and based on my desires for a committed relationship, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
I don't want to share it. Just being 100. You call it insecurity or what? No, I'm just not interested in seeing that.
I don't think you have to call it insecurity. I think it's just, you know, just a different flavor.
I don't own
it's a different lifestyle.
I don't own you in any way.
No, and I don't feel like that. You can't own me anyway.
Well, you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you're saying.
You're mine, you're my lady. And so what I'm saying is this, and that's a way people use language to express their love and their commitment to another person.
Yeah, I think
but I would hate the I'm thinking about it now. Another guy trying to put their arm around you and me kicking them in their kneecap or something. Like,
well, you know, and I've watched some of the shows on TLC about sister wives, and like it's opened up my thoughts around what might be possible. And I think, at least at this point in my life, it's not something that I'm interested in exploring. But let's hold hands again.
Not right now. Wait. Stop out.
Let's hold hands.
I don't think it's going to be 30 years into this. I'm not going to be 80 and like, yeah, let's try somebody else soul for size. I'm not interested in that. What do you mean?
Well, that's all the time we have for today. And so
the message for the day is know when to say no. Attraction is a powerful drug that can lead to flirting and other things that may violate your relationship.
Yeah.
Also have a clear understanding of what your boundaries are in that relationship and respect your mate enough to be honest to have challenging conversations that will make you better in the long run.